Thank you. Once again, my name is Alan Madden, Gadigal Elder. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, for my first song, Born and bred in Redfern, the capital of Sydney. Aboriginal black Redfern, full of Manly. No, Rabbitohs. And as I mentioned last year, married man, still married. 10 children, 26 grandchildren, 17 great-great. Yes. Yes, we did have TV. Just couldn't afford the bloody electricity. Welcome to country is always an honour and pleasure. Just to give you a bit of an insight of where you are and who we are. Welcome to Gadigal. Welcome to Gadigal country. As with all welcomes, firstly I'd like to acknowledge our First Nations and traditional owners of the lands that you may have come from or work upon, and pay my respects to all our Aboriginal elders, all elders, past and present, also pay my respects. To all our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander brothers and sisters, from whatever Aboriginal or island nation you may have come from, welcome to Gadigal. And to all our non-Indigenous brothers and sisters, a very warm and sincere welcome to you to Gadigal, no matter where you've come from, whether it be across the seas, across the state or across town. Once again, a very warm and sincere welcome to you to Gadigal. And as I've mentioned many times before, was, is and always will be Aboriginal land. Only three things short than that, coming, taxation and going. It's an honour and pleasure to be here today to welcome one and all to Gadigal. Gadigal is one of 29 clans of the Eora Nation. The Eora Nation is bounded by nature's own, the Hawkesbury River to the north, the Nepean to the west, and Georges River to the south. And in between those three mighty rivers is the Eora Nation. And in that nation, there are 29 clans. And the clan's land we're on today is Gadigal. On behalf of ICC Sydney and of the Gadigal mob, once again, a very warm and sincere welcome to you to Gadigal. There's an old Aboriginal saying out there, I think it's very appropriate for you mob here today. They say, where there's a will, there's relatives. And as you travel across these traditional lands and waters, may the spirits of our ancestors guide, look over you and keep you safe. So once again, on behalf of the Land Council and of the Gadigal mob, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, Uncle Alan, for that welcome to country, and congratulations on all those children and grandchildren. I'm sure they keep you very, very busy. So that was a beautiful welcome. So thank you so much, and for sharing some of your history. Thank you. And also, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today, the Gadigal people, and pay our respects to the elders past and present. Now, good morning, everyone. My name is Gai Brotman, and I am the very proud chair of the ASPI Council. It's a great pleasure to welcome you today to the 4th Sydney Dialogue. It's particularly, everyone's welcome, of course, but we've got a number of people who've travelled from very far away, from very long distances today, and I really want to thank you for being here for this very timely summit on technology and security. So a shout out to those from Lithuania, from those from Brussels, from those from Jakarta, from those from Tokyo, from those from the Pacific, and particularly to the Taiwanese delegation. I met a number of you when we were in Canberra just this week for a cyber dialogue, a 1.5 track dialogue, and there's about 18 of you who are attending today, so big shout out to you, and of course a shout out to everyone else from our own shores. Thank you. So can we just give a round of applause for everyone who's travelled so far, particularly at this time of the year. It's a very busy time. And we're really grateful for you coming here for this very important summit at a time when family is really important. Now, as I said, we've brought together an impressive lineup of speakers over the next 2 days from very diverse backgrounds, from government, from politics, from industry, from science, from media, from civil society, and from academia. And they'll be tackling the policy challenges posed by critical technologies, as well as debating how we can safely harness the power of technologies, particularly artificial intelligence, which is the topic du jour at the moment. Now, the summit is timely for many reasons, as I said, particularly because of the advances that are taking place on AI at such a rapid pace. Just this week, as we know, the Australian government released its national AI plan, including an announcement of an AI Safety Institute to monitor the development of AI. Importantly, the announcement acknowledged that the government would need to continue the ongoing refinement of the AI plan due to the speed and the pace of change and the constant need to adapt. That's why dialogues like these are so important, to bring together a diverse range of experts from across government, across industry, across civil society, who come at the issues from very different angles. This helps to ensure that emerging issues are identified. It helps to ensure that debate takes place on a constant basis, looking at basically contesting ideas, constantly testing and contesting assumptions and ideas around those emerging issues. Because the question for us over these 2 days and beyond is to what extent those different angles meet in common priorities and objectives. Are there still areas of disconnect? Are there still areas of misalignment? And what do we do about that? What do we do to ensure that despite our differences, we are aligned to ensure that our innovation is safe and our innovation is secure? And over the next 2 days, we're going to have some of the most respected experts across a range of fields, including AI, quantum, semiconductors, and the intersection of technology on intelligence, social cohesion, and national power. Now, understanding these different aspects is necessary for us to develop effective policy and responses. As CEO of Microsoft AI, Mustafa Suleyman wrote in his book, The Coming Wave, understanding technology is in part about trying to understand its unintended consequences. And for someone with a public policy background, unintended consequences always looms large when you're developing public policy. To predict not just positive spillovers, but revenge effects. Quite simply, any technology is capable of going wrong, often in ways that directly contradict its original purpose. Now, before we start tackling these really interesting and challenging issues with our opening session, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our dialogue sponsors, without whom this event would not be possible. To the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, our platinum and founding partner. DFAT has been with us since the beginning, and we're incredibly grateful for DFAT's ongoing support. Can we please put our hands together for DFAT? To our gold sponsor, the Department of Home Affairs, now also an ongoing sponsor of the dialogue. Thank you. Thanks to Home Affairs. To our silver sponsors, Google and Japan Nexus Intelligence. And to our bronze sponsors, the Department of Industry, Science and Resources, Microsoft, Cisco, BAE Systems, Digital Intelligence, Fivecast and Brighton Tech. And a shout out to Brighton Tech. It's an all-female company based in Canberra, my former electorate. And they've been big supporters not just of the dialogue, but also of the Women in Security and Defence Network. We had a gala dinner a few weeks ago, and Brighton was our major sponsor. So thank you to all our sponsors and to Brighton. finally, to our partner, our media partner, Politico, and our innovation partner, What Works. Thank you. Now, many of you are on board for the first time for this dialogue. It's great fun. You're going to have a wonderful 2 days. You'll be walking away with lots of ideas and issues ringing in your head. And we're grateful for all of your support, and we look forward to continuing to work with you. So, with thanks to our sponsors for helping make this happen, and to the ASPI team, the fabulous ASPI team who've put together an incredible program over the next 2 days, I'm confident you will get a lot out of the dialogue. I encourage you to be engaged, to debate, to ask questions, to challenge, because that's what we're here for. We're in a safe environment in terms of Chatham House rules. Challenge, think, debate, contest. These are really important issues, and it's so important that we get all these brilliant minds in this room together to actually nut out solutions to ensure that there are few unintended consequences. So thank you all again for being here today. It's now my great pleasure to hand back to our MC, the fabulous Bart, and look forward to meeting you throughout the course of today. Thank you.